Certainly with Amanda Waller, I connected to her because, it's like everything I read about her out of the Cabrini Green projects in Chicago, had a couple of kids who were murdered, and a husband, and then rose up and became this high official in the government. And I was like, well, that's interesting. Usually they're being born out of, some pond somewhere, out of some frog's mouth. But this was someone who I could, really root in truth and the afro. And it's something that spoke to me. To me, he brought a heroism to Deadshot. I always feel that way with Will Smith, that I always feel there is a built-in goodness, and I hate this word, but lack of a better word, dignity about Deadshot. That there were times when I felt like, so what's so bad about him, And that's the beauty that he brought to that. I don't think that everyone could have done that. This is someone you definitely felt a sense of danger around. Despite the fact that she looked like a demented cheerleader, it was very frightening to come within an inch of her. But at the same time, a vulnerability. Once again, I think that's the beauty of working with David Ayer. I don't think that most people would have went for that, but a softness almost with that hard quality. That's what I felt she brought. Rick Flag is my gnome. I don't want to say it like that, but he is. I abuse Rick Flag so much that he's my first lieutenant. He's my gnome. He's my go-to guy that carries out my plan. He's my assistant. But once again, not someone I'm going to get too close to. I will abuse him. I will put a bullet in his head. I will do whatever I have to do to make sure he does what I tell him to do. But at the same time, I need him. So I felt a close distance to him. David is not cheesy. That's his whole thing. He said, I'm not going to do this unless I can make this world somehow grounded in some sort of truth. So he doesn't have that vision. So Roman came in and collaborated with that vision. So all of the shots were bold. Bold in scope. But that's how I saw it. With each shot and each character, each shot revealed the darkness of the world, but also the vulnerability of the world, the humanity of it.